So this is something that's like straight out of science fiction, and that's actually more out of the horror section of science fiction than anything else. This idea of creating a human-pig hybrid. They've actually done it now. They have created some form of creature that is part human and part pig. The whole point of it is to be able to raise human organs specifically to be harvested from these chimeras. You remember the idea of the chimera. It goes back into ancient mythology. It's a part human, part animal hybrid. And it was always associated, every time there's a mention of a chimera, it has something to do with either a curse from the gods or some kind of strange human, well, let's just say activity going where it shouldn't have gone. And I don't know of any case where a chimera is a good thing. I mean, you take a look at anything throughout history, any of the warnings, any of the stories. There's a reason why these things shouldn't be done. I think that passes our ability to conceive. I mean, think about this. We're so wrapped up in this idea of can we do it? I don't know if anybody's asking this question, should we be doing it? I mean, think about it. What if that human-pig chimera is more human than pig? Is it right to raise people to harvest their organs? There are some that would say it's not even right to raise animals that way, to slaughter them, whatever. I'm not going to get into that right now. But what I want to consider, and maybe this is a question to ask myself, ask yourself, in light of the overarching how then shall we live, if we've got people who are splicing genes together and creating something that has been warned against throughout all of human history, why is that? There's been speculation that some of these chimeras were not simply the matter of mythology, but there were actually maybe some things that had been happening in ancient Egypt or in ancient Greece or Persia, some of these places where the stories of the chimera have come out, that maybe these things have existed in the past with horrible consequences. And it got kind of turned into mythology to warn people off to not do it anymore. I mean, that's where most myths come from, right? I mean, the idea of Prometheus stealing fire from the gods. I wonder if there's anybody with any sense of ethics that's involved in this kind of research that has even asked the question, should we be doing this? I mean, look, it's fascinating science to think that somehow you can take a human gene and splice it in and make something that actually can create organs that can be used in humans that are compatible with human beings for the idea of, sustaining life, prolonging life, helping to cure diseases, whatever. It's a great idea on the one hand. On the other hand, it's downright frightening to think about. So, is there a solution? Well, obviously, I'm not the one making the chimeras. And so therefore, I can say, I can promise you, I will never make one. But what else could possibly go wrong, right? I mean, we've all seen the movies where some scientist does something like this, and it gets loose, and next thing you know, you've got Godzilla versus Mothra. All I'm saying is this. If you know somebody who's involved in this research, ask him or her, why are you doing this? Ask this person, have you thought about the idea of right and wrong, the ethics involved, whether you should be doing this? It's very possible they haven't, or it's very possible that they've been lured by the idea of how much money they might make out of this. And this is the same road that we've seen in other societies that have done experimentations on human beings. Doesn't end well for anybody. That's my point of view. I'd love to engage you on the topic. Send me an email, steve@radiofreespeech.com. If you like what I'm doing, please support me either through Patreon. Of course, you can also become a sponsor. You can send me an email, steve@radiofreespeech.com. I'll let you know how you can do that. Or you can buy a subscription on my website, radiofreespeech.com. Thanks.